Welcome back to Crust Punk. I'm JD Limelight, everybody's favorite goat herd turned baker during this little sequester. Anyway, today our episode is moving along, folks. Muffins to see here. Thank you very much. We have 2 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a cup of sugar. You could use up to a cup of sugar, but we like to use less sugar around here. Then I have some wet stuff over here, and that is 1 egg, 1 cup of milk. We like to use goat milk here, but any kind of milk. You could even use nut milks and stuff like that. Experiment around. You can experiment with stuff, but you know it'll be different anyway. And we also have a 1/4 cup of butter. And that's basically it. We also have 1 cup of berries. You can, with muffins are great because this basic recipe with the 1 cup of berries and or mixed berries and nuts or any kind of berries you want. We had frozen blueberries in the freezer, so that's what we're going with. In a second here, I'm going to take all these ingredients. I'm going to show you how to make a little muffin batter happen. And then we're going to quickly put the muffin batter from the thing into these little cups that I have buttered and cornmealed so that we get that'll help lift it up, help it keep lifted, and help get a nice crust on the muffins. It'll be a beautiful thing. And then when that happens, we'll find out who's a muffin top and who's a muffin bottom. That's actually what we're gonna find out. So without any further ado,
which are you?
I'm a switch. I go back and forth.
Muffin switch.
I think it depends on the muffin, you know, really. So I'm gonna put this here down, and I'm gonna get to making this here dough. So here's the dry stuff. And when you mix all those dry things together too, you do want to spend some time sifting it all around so that everything's mixed up and mixed up and mixed up. So it's all, you know, it's not just a lump of sugar here and a lump of baking powder there or whatever. There you go. So you get that all mixed up. Then the order of operations is as I took my butter and I chopped it all up into little bits like that, I'm going to kind of put it in there. Get that going. And I'm going to kind of mix it around. Maybe I'll actually get the little whiskey in here. You'll get that.
It's got whiskey in it?
Well, no, that's what we'll make a whiskey thing sometime. But anyway, here we go with this. And what we're doing is we're just whisking it in there. We're getting a nice little crumb going with the butter and the flour. And I don't know if I mentioned that this flour, the recipe calls for 2 cups of flour. And what I like to do is I use 1.5 cups of regular old flour, and the rest of it, the 1/2 cup of corn flour. So we get like kind of a corn muffin. So we're doing like blueberry corn muffins today. And like I said, you could do any kind of flavoring in there, any kind of nuts or whatever. I've done them with dried cherries and pine nuts. It's like you can make all kinds of different tasty muffins. So now I like the butter in there, kind of mixed up in there. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're gonna take the berries. We're gonna get those in there, and not whisk because I don't want to beat the berries up too badly. But I want to get them all good and also good and like nice and dusted in there, so that you know they're distributed through the flour mixture right there. Right, and there's some butter in there too, which is gonna just make the most delicious muffins ever. Then we've got our infamous wet bowl here. Egg, milk, a little bit of vanilla extract. You could use almond extract, any kind of extract. You know, just flavor. Flavor is great. So I'm gonna keep it with the little spatula guy here. We're gonna pour that in. You know, it doesn't have to be too delicate or nothing. Get everything in there. Get that bowl nice and emptied out. And then with muffin batter, you don't want to work it too much. You want to get it kind of incorporated and kind of sticky. And then at some point we're gonna, here we go. Yep. And we're gonna take these little glops. I'm just gonna get my hand in there a little bit. And then we're going to take these little glops and we're going to put them in our little guys, just like this. them in there. You just, you know, it's science, but it's not rocket science.
Muffin science.
It's muffin science. It's the science of muffins. Yeah, and here we go.
Future Muffins of America.
And then if some of them are a little over full, just go and get their neighbors. And just give them a little thing. I've been preheating the oven to about 400 degrees. And yeah, let's see what happens here. On Crust Punk, muffin to see here, folks. Move it right along. We're gonna move these right along into the oven, which has been preheating at 400 degrees for a while. The muffins are in, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes when they're done. Thank you for tuning into Crust Punk. See you in a bit. Hey, JD Limelight. I'm back with you here on Crust Punk. Muffin to see here, folks. Move it right along. Episode. We're about to pull these muffins out of the oven. They've been in 25 minutes at 400 degrees, and I think they're beautiful. But who am I to say? Whoa, that's a smoky little oven. But that's just other stuff. But here they are.
You're a smoky little oven.
Look at that. Let's get a shot of that, huh? Those are the muffins out of the oven. 25 minutes, 400 degrees. We put stuff in there. You let them cool a little bit before you try to get them out of there, but they'll pop right out of there. See that? They'll pop right out of there. And just give them a minute or two to set up, and then we'll dump them out and we'll put them on the cooling rack. But you guys can figure that part out anyway, because you'll just, you know, anyway, it's like that. Look, there's a muffin. It's out. It's out. Look at that. So,
bottom.
Are you a muffin top or a muffin bottom? You can figure that out later. We're gonna make some decaf because it's 6:30 and we don't want to be up all night. But this is what they're gonna look like. You're gonna give them a couple of minutes to come out of that thing, and then we're gonna eat muffins. You can freeze these. You can leave some on your neighbor's doorstep. You know, maybe not. I don't know. I think you can. Anyway, enjoy the muffins. I'm JD Limelight. Thank you, Nina, for filming us doing this thing. And muffin to see here, folks. Move it right along.